Joining us now from the XL Center in London, near the site of the summit today, is White House Press Secretary Robert Gibbs. Good morning, Mr. Gibbs.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Can you name something for us, something tangible that the president hopes to accomplish today at the G20 summit?
Sure, I can actually name three things. We're going to work together with nations to have everyone understand that we have to meet the dropping demand in our economy with stimulus and recovery, just like we've done in the United States. Secondly, we have to put concrete rules of the road together to ensure that this crisis never happens again. And then we have to get an agreement among nations to help emerging economies that have seen their exports drop, which means jobs in America. We want to make sure that trade is open with these countries so that we can export our goods and create jobs back in America. So I think those are the three main things that the president brings with him today in London.
Yesterday, Secretary Geithner told Katie Couric that he wouldn't rule out the possibility of bailed out bank CEOs being asked to resign by the government. How far would be too far, in your opinion, as far as government intervention? In other words, what would the government never do?
Well, look, I don't want to get into hypotheticals, but I think what Secretary Geithner was talking about was that if you're a bank or an auto company and you're asking the government and therefore the taxpayers for an extraordinary amount of assistance, we have to make sure that people feel confident that you have a plan to get your bank or your business out of trouble. Sometimes that means new leadership as the CEO. Sometimes it means a change in the board of directors. We've certainly seen that with a lot of banks, and we saw that the other day with GM. But I think it's important that when anybody asks the American government and therefore the taxpayers for that extraordinary assistance, that we can ensure the taxpayers that there's a plan to get that business back on track.
I want to ask you about the iPod that the president gave the Queen, loaded with Broadway tunes. How did that go over?
I think it went over well. He was excited to give it to her. We've been talking about it for a few days, and hopefully she will enjoy it. I know he had a great time meeting her. It was something that his kids were interested in, and then it was off to a working dinner last night to try to get these economies moving again.
All right, Robert Gibbs, thanks for your time this morning.
Thank you.